Hello, hi. So today I picked the one more problem from lead code, which is the reverse nodes in K group. So this is the problem of linked list. So this is categorized in hard category. So that's why I wanted to discuss this problem. So let's first jump into the problem and statement first. So let me jump into the problem. First, I will read the problem, then I will explain uh, how we will can solve this problem together. So reverse a node in K group. So given a head of a linked list and reverse a node of a link in K at a time and return its modified list. So K is a positive integer and is less than or equal to the length of the linked list. If the number of node is not multiple of the K, then left out nodes in the end and should remain as it is. Okay, so you may not alter the value in the list node, only node themselves may be changed. Okay, so there are a couple of examples, and I have, let me just uh, explain the problem here to better understand. Okay, so this is the linked list I have drawn here. So this is visual structure. So this is the head and tail. 1 2 3 4 5. I've taken first example. If you see this, so here is the k is equal to 2. So let me just update it here. K is equal to 2 and p2 means first head is represent the pointer of the next node, which is the second node, and second node has a pointer of third node similarly, and last have null pointer. So because it's not pointing to any other nodes. So it's saying like we have to reverse the linked list in a group of k. If you see k is equal to 2, for k is equal to 2, the output, what will the output should be look like? It should look like just a reverse in a group. It will be reversed. It will become a 2 and 1, and another group is 3 and 4. Next group is 3 and 4. So let me just reverse it, and that is the 3, right? If you see the last, so last in last there is not form a group which is not multiple up to, that is less than the k, which is 2. So as problem statement says, we don't need to reverse if number of element at the end is less than or not multiple of k. So just add it is okay. So let me back to the problem. Let me just reverse it. What I have done. This is 1 and this is 2. This is 3. Original problem was this one, right? Okay. So what I need to do, I need to first count, like whenever first whenever get the problem, you need to first count how many nodes are there in the linked list. Okay. So if it has, suppose let's break down the problem. Let don't think of like too many nodes in the linked list. Let's think of its base case. Okay. So suppose there is a node less than the k or equal to k. Less than k, just return it. Okay. Just return head as it is. We don't need to reverse it, right? Only reverse if it is multiple of k. If uh, has a multiple of k. That's, let me see. I think this is the problem saying uh, is multiple of the k. Okay, then we need to reverse it. So we need to divide the linked list into k group, and so problem statement is divide divide the linked list in k group and reverse each group separately. Okay, so how will we will think about this one? So let me think about it how we can do it. Okay, so first, what if we can, like, we can first count. Let me count whatever the linked list head, but first we will count how many nodes are there. Okay, as I said, if it less than the k, just return the head. If it greater than k or equal to k, okay, means greater than or equal to k, then reverse first k nodes, right, of linked list. Just for k is equal to 2, just return the reverse the first k nodes of linked list, which is that one. And whatever the next head, just pass to that, recursively pass to recursively call the same function. So it will return the new head of this that newly linked list. Okay, so how will you do that? Let me show you. Suppose if we have head, like, suppose initially we have had one. Okay, and let me back to the original one so that you can get it better. And if I reverse that, okay, so if I reverse the iteratively, then you know that we will define the next head will be pointed new head. If you reverse in the kth group, means you just need to reverse the only k nodes of this linked list. So new head, which will be pointed to 1, 2, not 1, and old head will be pointed to 1, right? So let me just reverse again back to the original, back to the new one, right? Not original. So that become new head. New head will be become to 2, and old head become, which is which was the 1, right? So what you will do, the old head, that the next value I need to just link the whatever the person recursively call reverse k node, call the what is the next one, which is the 3 in a k group, right? This one, this will return the new head, just link with this nest. And in last, once all the group all reversed, just return the new head. That's it. Okay, so let me just write the code for it. Okay, so first what I will need, I will need to count node in given linked list. Okay, so let me define the cnt is equal to 0, and I also needed to iterate the linked list, right? So let me define the char is equal to head. I will iterate it. So while cnt char not is equal to null, I need to check that, right? And cnt less than k. And what I need to check, just increase the means update the current pointer to the next one, right? Dot next and just increase the CN count variable. In last, you need to check if it's null means not sufficient node and CNT is still less than the K means there are number of nodes which is less than K, then just return the head. We don't need to return it, right? Before that, we need to check the case condition. If head is equal to null, just return the head. Okay. This is where when it will be happen when uh, number of nodes less than the K. This is the case when this condition gets satisfied. Okay. So once we have enough node means multiple of K or greater than K, then we need to revert the first K node, right? That's the motto. So let me reverse it. We define the, let me name it as K, means that the pointing to the head, and I am applying the iterative approach of reverse the linked list. Okay, so I'm taking the next another variable while char dot until this should not equal to the current. This is why this will tell when you have like, suppose you have 1 2 3 4 and K is equal to 2. Once you counted the two nodes, then this current pointer will be pointed to the char is equal to, if you print that and either you logically run it, it will point it to the third node which is the 3. So we need to revert only first K, right? So that's why until current pointer which is pointing I initialized by the head is not reaches to the that next K group of head of next K group, then we just need to reverse it, right? So that's why I am comparing with this one instead of counting again. Okay, because we have already counted here and it is and first current is pointing to the next kth group head. Okay, so let me just update put it K current head next, right, in this variable, and this need to get updated by the previous one. Update the pointer for the current node and swap for it previous and next. Okay, and previous will be pointed to the, need to update with the current one, and current one we need to update with the next one is. Okay, current one we need to update with the next. Correct. At the end, what I need, this original head already pointed to the, means it will be like a tail of, once you reverse, right? Let me show you. Once you revert, if we have 1 2 3 4 and K is equal to 2, once you reverse it, what it become? 2 and 1, 3 and 4, right? Once you reverse the first K, it will become this output, correct? And you see that head already pointing to the one which is the tail of reverses first K group, right? And this, the next should be linked with the with this group, but it should be reverse, right? So what I need to do, this nest means one dot nest. If you see that one dot nest, right, should be pointed to the, let me reverse call it again. Now new head will become the, this current node, right? And pass the key. So again this will reverse it, recursively call this function, and it will return what it will return. It will return once it got return, it will return 4 and 3, and this 4 is new head will be linked to the nest of this head, means tail of the reverses first group first case group. Okay, so that's the logic. Let me just remove that. In last, what you need to return the this one previous, which is the new node of the after reverse the k group linked list. Okay, so let me just run it. Okay, so sample test is accepted. Let me run it. Let me submit it. Okay, this is accepted. So if you see what I did, I just like divide the problem into a sub problem. First I check if it's null, just return it. Otherwise, as per problem statement, this is required because I need to return only if it has sufficient node, means has a node of multiple of k. Otherwise, we don't need to reverse. So that's why I need to check this, the condition. Means first I need to count how many nodes are present in the linked list. So if it is less than the k, then just return. We don't need to any further operation. If it has at least k nodes are greater than k nodes, then I will first reverse the k group, means k group nodes. This is the logic. And once it reverse, tail of that reverse linked list, means kth group, just call the recursively for the next k group, which will handle all the other kth group k group, and return the previous pointer, means which is the uh, updated pointer after all reversed. Okay, so that's it. For any doubt, you can ask in the description. Okay, that's it.